Hola, mi amigos. This is I, Philly Fuego, producer and CEO of Philly Fuego Productions and the producer of The Nest Out West. Here with my friend, Birdman underscore 951. He is here in the nest, and I want you all to give him a warm welcome to The Nest Out West. Let's go, birds.
What is up? What is up? Birdman is in the building and in the show. And if you don't subscribe to Philly Foothills, I'm going to bring the bat to your house because you're going to have to smash that like, leave that comment, and support your boy, support the Birdman, support the Green Army because we're coming for you, brother.
That is right. What is good? What is going on? And what is cracking? I am Philly Foothills, and I am back in the Nest Out West, where I'm trying to bring you the best when it comes to Philadelphia Eagles content. And we are so very, very humbled to have our new friend, Mr. Birdman underscore 951, a fellow Eagles fan, rocking it out here in California, just like I am. So what's going on, man? Definitely glad to have you on the show, and let's get it going, man. Let's do this.
Yep, let's do it. Let's do it.
So, how you feeling today? What you been? I seen you dropped some content earlier today, correct?
Yes. So everybody, I am doing a giveaway, and it's going to be closing on Saturday. I will announce that winner Sunday for that Miles Sanders rookie card signed by him. So go ahead and go to that video, show the love. I'm showing the love right back to you guys. Let's get Philly Foothills to 1,000 because me and my wife will be also, once he reaches that mile marker, we are going to be trying to get, you got to do a party because Lindy Enzo had a party, and it's only fair we just start doing these grow parties. I don't know if it just started happening. I've never seen it, but you have surprise guests coming on. And it's just a thing of beauty, and it's exciting. So I can't wait, brother, to reach that mile marker. I don't know. I got to find something cool. So you guys stay tuned, and let's get this man to 1,000. Let's do it. Let's all celebrate. Let's party. The Eagles Army is getting big, and we're growing. And all the other naysayers, I got my bat for you. So don't bring any of that trouble because we mean business.
You know what? With that bat, that you know what? I'd feel comfortable going to a Raiders game in Las Vegas with Birdman in that bat. That's pretty intimidating. Definitely, I love it. I have a couple questions for you, but before we do that, we have a few people in the live stream right now. So let's say what's up to everybody. Desert Eagle 90, he's in the house. I know you know who that is, Birdman, because you guys recently did a collab. Every time I turn around, you guys you're dropping a new collab. I seen you and DE90, you and Gail Saunders, and I didn't know you guys were old homies like that, which is really cool. That was really interesting, and it's nice to hear a couple of old friends catch up.
Yeah, and sharing a passion where we both are truck drivers. If you guys haven't seen that show, man, it's very funny. I had a good time with it, and the more you get to meet, not just we're Eagle fans, but I like to get to know the person. Me and you're the one. What's cool is that you started the first show, which is so awesome because I'm already on guest number 8, and there's plenty more to come, and it's just like the more names that keep coming out, it's just like I'm excited for them just to come on my show. And what am I going to ask them? What video? I'm gonna find some old video. I'm doing that. Like, it's just fun, man. I'm just having so much fun with it. I'm just excited to just see who's going to be next. And yeah. I want them to laugh. I want them to come on the show. And Desert Eagle has this laugh that's very infectious, man. He has a one of a kind laugh, and it's just awesome. And shout out to DE, man. He's just a gamer. I'm so appreciative that he's part of the Green Army. He's a true soldier, and we're just getting big, man. We're just getting started, man. This thing is just awesome. You coming up, over here on the west side as well. So it's just a thing of beauty. And I'm just here for the ride, man. And I'm just enjoying everything. I'm taking it all in, and it's just awesome, man.
Yeah, I agree. You know, the more and more I watch DE90, he seems like a really cool dude, and I know what you mean by his laugh. It seems very, very infectious, and it's
Yeah.
unique. I definitely enjoy that. Big Play Slay he's in the house. He said, "Yo, what's going on, Big Play Slay?" BLSG. He said, "Yo, fellas, what is up?" Philly Sports Podcast. He said, "Yo, what up?
What's up, brothers?
What's going on, guys? System of the Knot, yo, yo." So yes, we definitely
System
have.
of a Down. He puts in a lot of work, man. I hear that name a lot. You keep up the good work. You keep working, and we're gonna keep working hard for you. Uh,
What is that?
what a-
What is his name? What is his name? A combination of? Do you know?
One of the great bands out there. One of my favorite bands.
Yep. System. So yeah, exactly. System of the Down and right. System of the Knot. Yeah, exactly. We are definitely System of the Down fans over here as well.
Right.
So I got a couple questions for you. Definitely System of the Down fans over here. Have you? The question number one is: have you been an Eagles fan all of your life? And part two of that question is: who is your all-time favorite player?
Okay, it started. It's funny how it started. So I was a football I collect cards in high school, so in the late '90s, and so I wasn't really in my city where I was at. It was a lot of Raider fans, a little bit of Cowboys or whatever. The only thing is that where I was at, like, you had to be careful what jersey you were wearing because in different types of areas, it could have meant something else of, you know, bad people. You know,
Right.
even cops didn't like seeing Raider jerseys around because they're like thought you're up to no good. So you really couldn't be wearing too many Raider jerseys and they not get in trouble. So I followed football. I liked playing Madden back in the day. I don't even know if it was Madden. I forgot what game was in the 90s. It might have been Madden. But we used to play football on Sega and all that stuff. Like,
Oh yeah, it was Madden. Yeah.
it was. I think there was like a Blitz
Or
game.
Tecmo Bowl. Tecmo Bowl.
I used to play
Yeah.
Tecmo Bowl.
Mhm.
I'm that old, so I mean, I was just a fan. And guys that really stand out to me was like Bo Jackson, Barry Sanders. I was a huge fan of Junior Seau, and like Howie Long. Who else? And then one guy that stood out to the most to me was Mr. Randall Cunningham. And in my language arts class, there was a Philadelphia fan. Shout out to Brian Brew. And he used to, I don't know how, but he subscribed to the Philadelphia Inquirer. I don't know, what some paper that had all the stats and all that. And every day he'd be like, "Hey, Aaron, check it out. Look what the Eagles did. Hey, look, the Eagles did this. Hey, look at." I'm like, "Dude, shut up. Shut up. I'm trying to listen to the teacher. I'm not trying to listen to the Eagles stats right now. I don't really care who had that many yards, right?"
Yeah.
But eventually, it just started growing on me and growing on me, and now I'm here today. But a big part of that was just when I saw Randall Cunningham. He was just something that wasn't normal, and I just loved the way he's playing. I wasn't really looking at about like who had the most Super Bowls and none of that stuff. I just wanted to vote for something that was different and that I liked in my personal opinion. And then not knowing what I was actually stepping into the Lions den because the Eagles didn't have Super Bowls.
Right.
So I was going for a team that really had nothing except almost being there. So since the 2000s, I've been hearing that you guys suck and you don't got no Super Bowls. So, but you know what? I was cool with it. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. I was a huge Chicago Bulls fan in high school. I had to make a decision between the Lakers and Chicago, and I went with Michael Jordan because I just knew that he was going to be successful. I used to have all the newspapers. I have tons of Michael Jordan cards, and I just went with him. Of course, Chicago has been disappeared from then. You know, Derrick Rose came in for a little bit. I thought maybe he was going to be the little MJ, but too many injuries. And I'm a Dodger fan, and that's due to my great grandfather passed away, but he actually took me to Dodger games. He actually gave me a glove and all that stuff. And I remember being little and trying to catch the foul balls because I was like, why would you give me a glove? There's no way I'm going to catch a ball in Dodger Stadium. But sure enough, and a real quick memory for that was I'll never forget, we had an old TV and Kirk Gibson hit that home run. And I never seen my grandfather really jump up for joy like that. But when you watch that video and you hear Kirk Gibson hit that, and I knew that that ball was gone. He flew out of his recliner, and we had those old TVs that had like foil. It was like foil and forks. I don't know what the heck we had put together to watch the damn game. But he jumped so high, and he hit that floor. The fork, the aluminum foil fell, and we didn't get to see him finish running the bases. And I was like, no. So it was just a fun memory, and
at least you see him do isn't that where he did that going around after he went around first base?
I mean, it's just I guess when he heard the sound, when he heard that crack, I could still hear the sound to this day. I was like, Grandpa, you never lifted 5 feet off the air like that. But he was a true diehard fan, and he loved Fernando Valenzuela. Being from Mexico and like that, and he was like a huge supporter of Valenzuela, and hopefully one day I get to meet Valenzuela before it's not too late. But that's my story. How I became an Eagles fan, and I've met so many people, and I'm gonna still meet new people. I'm still almost every day I'm meeting someone new, and I'm excited, and it's just a blessing, man.
That's a really cool memory, and even as both of my parents were from the Northern California area. My dad was actually born in Canada, but my mom was, born and raised in San Francisco. So I'm a SF Giants fan when it comes to baseball, first and foremost. Even as a Giants fan, that's a really cool memory, and I can respect that. Definitely, that's really, really cool, and I'm glad that you have that from your grandpa. That's a really cool memory, and I appreciate you sharing that with me and everybody else.
No problem.
Yeah. So you said Randall Cunningham was your favorite player, and he was definitely, the guy who caught my attention as I started, being a young teenager, started watching football more and more and things like that. And yeah, he was definitely a big inspiration of my fandom as well. Not as big as I would say, maybe somebody like an iconic figure like Rocky, but that definitely Randall Cunningham was one of my favorites as well too. So who would you say is your out of our hated division rivals? Who do you hate the most? Did I lose you, Birdman? Birdman. Let's see if I take off. I put it back on. Birdman. It's all good. Let's see here. Big Play Slay said, "What's up? Are you back, brother?"
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I think maybe that was my end, man.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So, I shot you another question out of the three hated division rivals. Who do you hate the most?
Dallas is at top because I have to constantly. I got a big can of spray of Raid, and I constantly have that in my garage because I got to get rid of all these cockroaches out here in California. I'm constantly killing cockroaches all the time, and it's just annoying, man. That's why I got my bat. Sometimes they get it with the bat. If I don't spray them, they get it with the bat. Cowboys is number one, man.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think being in California, I think we come across more Cowboy fans than anything else. It doesn't matter if you're in Southern California like you are, out in the high desert, or if you're up in Northern California, where I am, out not too far outside of Sacramento. We come across a lot of Cowboys fans, and yeah, it's definitely a time to line them up and shoot them down. You know what I'm saying? But yes, big BLSG agrees. He says I hate the Cowboys the most. Definitely.
Right.
You guys, if you guys are new to Birdman _951, please make sure that you guys go sub this guy up. He is putting in lots and lots of work right now, and it doesn't matter. Like I always say, it doesn't matter if it's the middle of November or the middle of May. When it comes to Eagles football content creators, we're coming to play. So we're a strong unit when it comes to putting out good content for our team. And I don't know one like it out there. And if anybody could name one, I would like to hear it, because I probably got a good argument for it. But yeah, please go sub up my man here, Birdman _951. He is out here rocking it in Philadelphia, just like I am. We're diehard Eagles fans. We're content creators. Go check him out. Go sub him up. Go watch his content, and please do so, and you will not be disappointed, because he is doing lots of things for his viewers like you, and he is bringing on all kinds of guests and things like that. So you will not be let down. I guarantee it. So yes, please go sub him up.
The Green Army is getting bigger. Come join now. The Green Army is rising, and we are going to take over the world. We are everywhere. The fan base is everywhere. Australia, Japan. We're just growing. The Green Army, it's getting big, man. Come
Absolutely.
For the ride.
Yes, please do. And BLSG had a question for us. He said, "Are any of you guys going to Eagles games this season?" And I know you are _. So I'll let you check that one out first.
Yes, the biggest game of the football season for the Eagles, in my opinion, as far as like outside of Philadelphia, is going to be the Las Vegas game. I will be there. I'm going to have a lot of surprises going on. There's going to be, so many guests are going to be out there. John Dornabot's going to be out there. Shout out to E-Rock. He's going to be out there. And the West Coast Birds are going to be in the building. For the people that are not able to attend from the East Coast, we will hold it down for you guys. You're going to see amazing things. I got to design my new costume. I'm going to have a new Scully. I'm going to have all kinds of stuff. I'm supposed to have my truck done, and I'm going to have the Eagles logo. I'm going to have it green lights on the bottom, because you guys will know that the Eagles were in Vegas and we're representing, and we're coming for the Raiders. We are going to win that game. I am calling victory on that game right now. I know it's a little soon, but I am calling it, because you're going to see a sea of green. The Green Army is going to march down there on the strip, and you're going to see us there. I am going to be there. I'm going to have my bat. I'm going to have all the guys, and we are just going to be marching. So you guys get ready, because that Raider game, Eagles Nation, Eagle Army, Bird Gang, we are going to be there in full effect. And I'm going to try to make more games, but that one is definitely on my list. And I got money. I got to find out. Hopefully I get one of those trees that grow money, because I got to spend so much money, but we don't play the Raiders that much. So this is going to be awesome. And you know what? We've been whipping the Raiders. We've been whipping them for 6 years now? I think maybe even 9. I don't remember the last time the Raiders beat us, but we're going to.
It's been a while, definitely. Yeah.
But shout out to the Raider fans. They do hold it down. And I'll be doing lots of pictures with them and stuff. Hopefully we don't have to do these kind of pictures, but
right. No mug shots. No mug shots. But shout out to Joey Shake 72. Hey Joey, thank you for checking in to the live stream, brother. We appreciate it. He said, "Love your channels. I'm pumped for the 2021 season. YouTube movement, new era." I think he meant to say youth movement. Because he did. He said youth. Yeah. Yes, definitely, Joey. I agree with you. It's a new era in Eagles football, and it's a very exciting time. It's going to be watching like a child be born and grow right in front of our eyes. You know, it's
Right.
going to be very, very special.
Shout out
Mitch
to
Coffey's
Joey
in the
Shakes,
house
man.
too. Yeah, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Oh no, shout out to Joey Shakes. He gave me a shout out the other day, man. I appreciate it. He's definitely putting in that work. You know, we think we're working hard. The man's working extra hard to pull out that content. Big shout out to you, man. I've been watching you for years now. You know, I comment here and there, but now you're probably putting a name to the face, and this is me, man. And we represent all day, and I'm doing that here on the West in SoCal. And this beautiful weather. I know you guys have a hard time over there on the East with all that crappy weather. And I know how it is because when I went out there, man, that humidity is no lie, man. I was sweating. I was sweating to the oldies.
Even in the northern, you know, some of the northern states, like I have relatives in that live outside of Columbus, Ohio, and I went there one summer, and man, it was humid. I was definitely not used to that type of weather. Man. It was a definitely shock to the body, shock to the to the system for sure.
Yeah, you want to go lose some poundage, go to the East Coast, man, or even Texas.
Right. I'll take dry heat over that humidity any day. Humidity's bad, bro.
What's up, Mitch?
Mitch Kofsky he's in the house. Thank you, Mitch.
Yeah, what up, man?
Appreciate you checking in. Thank you so much. Prime Time with Stephen Joyce is in the house. He said, "What's up?" He said, "What up, Joey?" Joey said, "What up, Prime Time?" BLSG. That we already read that one. My bad. Yeah, they're just saying hi to each other. I bet I was just clicking through some of them. Let's see here. So, Birdman.
Yep.
When it comes to Cervezas, Modelo or Dos Equis?
Got to go Modelo, man, all day, especially out here. I don't know. Well, one of these days, man, if you take a drive down here, we're gonna go to a nice restaurant, and it's gonna be on me, and we'll have some fun. But I don't know if you like micheladas, but those are my go-to, man. They really hooked that up with the tahini and the lime. It's funny because I wasn't really huge of putting tomato in my beer. I used to laugh at people who do that, and now here today I'm doing that, and it tastes delicious. And I think what's good, I don't get too much of hangovers with it, so that actually helps.
That's always definitely a benefit, definitely.
Team Modelo, Team Modelo.
Got you. Yes, I'm with you on that. My adult stepson, who is almost 26, he recently got a Modelo tank top from Walmart, so he's been rocking that. So he is definitely Team Modelo as well.
Yeah.
So yeah. So, heck yeah. When it comes to grub, do you prefer, when it comes to barbecue, I should say, barbecue grub, what's your choice? Brisket or tri-tip?
I'm a fan of both, but I will have to go try on that.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I am both. I am also a fan of both. They have to be cooked the right way. But yeah, I'm definitely more of a tri-tip guy. I have more experience cooking tri-tips myself, so nice. I think maybe that you know, somewhat of a bias, but you know, definitely I think you're good there as well. Tri-tip is a very, very good cut of meat. I love it.
You know what? One of these days, I would love to see the Philly Foothills barbecue, man. Maybe you can arrange that. I think the fans might be interested in that, and just see how you prepare it. You know, you can make a cool little video on everything you do. Explain to us, especially the new breed here that don't really get down on barbecue. You could teach them you could teach me a few things. So I think maybe you should. I mean, I love that where you live at so open and everything, you know, and I'm hearing your stories about like the different animals trying to get in your backyard. But if you got any cockroach problems, you know who to call. I got that raid over here.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, I had my bat's not as fancy as yours, but I had a bat out the other night when that bear came around. But man, I did not. When I went outside and I seen that bear in that tree, even though it wasn't that big of a bear, you know, it was only like a 1-year-old yearling. but it's still a good sized bear. You know, probably about I'd say 75 to 80 pounds. But that was a very intense moment for sure.
Right.
That was very. I wish I didn't have my phone on me at the time, but I wish I could have got a picture or a video of that or something. But it was so dark too. It might have been kind of hard.
You know
So
what? You know what you could have done was you could have did your Chewy impression. You might have just said, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna have to leave, man. Much
right,
respect.
that's a good. I should have tried that next time. If he comes back, I will.
I can't even do it. There you go.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you remembered that. That's funny.
Hey, he might have went like this to you. Hey, man, much respect.
Right? Yeah. That's a good idea. I'll definitely have to try that. Oh man. Oh, shoot. Let's see here. Big Play Slay said, "Y'all are legends. Y'all are two legends. Keep grinding." But thank you, man. We would definitely appreciate that. We're definitely doing our thing. Um, let's see. Yeah. So I'm gonna drop the link in the comments in a minute or so here. I think that would probably be a good idea. But Mitch Kofsky said, "Do you think Miles Sanders could be a Pro Bowler this year?" What do you think, Birdman _951?
Easily. The only thing is that's hindering him is just getting injured. That's a no brainer. It's just no injuries, man. The only thing that I'll let maybe like a week or two injury, but no, man. This is it, man. Miles Sanders, this is your time, man. A lot of people are saying, even me, I actually admit that I'm actually doubting him a little bit just because of the injuries, because, we're kind of following that same trap of the New York Giants, which is Saquon Barkley. If he gets injured one more time, that's almost a bust right there. And I wanted Saquon to be on the Eagles, most definitely. So Miles Sanders, he this is his time to shine. He has to do it this year, man. And yes, he's going to be a Pro Bowler barring no injuries.
Yeah, I mean I think you're right. I think it's definitely the injuries have been an issue with him as far as being consistent out on that field and for defenses to have to consistently account for him. So yeah, talent wise, absolutely, he has the ability to be a Pro Bowl player. Absolutely, yes, I agree. And we're gonna have to have him out on the field this year on a consistent basis. Because the just lost my camera. 1 second. The offensive line is going to be, a lot better this year. So he has like you said, he has a huge opportunity, and talent wise, I think absolutely yes. He definitely can, and I think he will, because he's going to be in a very balanced offensive attack, and they're not only going to use him as a runner. So I would say yes, I do, Mitch. I do think Miles Sanders is definitely has he has a very good chance of being a Pro Bowler this year. Let's see. Something real quick. 1 second.
Yep.
There we go. Now I got you on the. So you got, like I said earlier, guys. You guys, if you're new to my channel, if you're new to my content, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe to the Nest Out West. But more importantly, let's get this guy to 200 subs. So let's pay it forward and go like, share, and subscribe to Birdman _951. He is holding it down out here in California, just like I am. Diehard Eagles fan, and let's make it happen for him. So definitely make sure you do that. But Birdman, did you hear recently the Eagles got another defensive tackle Looks
Yes.
like more of a backup guy. Fourth round. He was originally a fourth round pick. His name is Willie Henry. He's 6'3", 288 pounds, 27 years old. Played mostly 2016 through 2018 with the. He played, had most of his career numbers with the Ravens, which the first 2 years of his career, and then he bounced around from the Niners to the Texans. But what are your thoughts on him? Do you think he has a chance of making this squad this year?
That's going to be dependent on the coaching staff. A lot is going to dictate what this coaching staff is going to do, how fast they're going to be able to get these players up to speed. They're already kind of behind the 8 ball because of OTAs and them coming into the new system. They got to learn the new system. The coaching staff is learning the new system. So this is all going to be like a play and see. Some people are going to rise to the task. They're going to look good in camp and all that stuff. And we'll see how they look in preseason. So depending on how good this coaching staff is willing to put in and get these players up to speed and, just ready for the football season, that's going to tell us where. But besides the guys that are kind of beneath, the ones that are supposed to be starting and the second stringers and the third stringers, that's where it lies at. Now, these guys have an opportunity to definitely take their shot. And it all comes down to how much they want to be an Eagle and be on this team and not be a practice squad guy. I'm not knocking being on the practice squad, because some of those guys do come to the team when we need them and they actually put in that work. So it's all about your moment. Like if me and you join a softball league and we're the bench warmers and they call your number and you're not ready, if Philly Foothills goes up and he's striking out and then he gets another opportunity, strikes out again, they're not going to call your name any much more. And the same thing for me. Hey, Birdman up to bat, and I'm swinging away and just nothing but strikes, and I'm not helping the team. What good is that? So every player that has the opportunity to be an Eagle, to be in the NFL and play, you got to strike while the iron is hot. You got to move now. And with this whole new scheme and all that, you have the opportunity to make these coaches say, you know what, you have what it takes. You are going to be on the team. You are going to, if you're not starting, you're our backup, and you got to be in there right away, and you got to perform and you hold it down. And if the backups outperform and they can work themselves up to the starter, just like Jordan Mailata. This guy had a scrap heat. This guy's a rugby player. Everybody was talking that crap about him. Oh, he's nothing but a rugby player. He never going to make the football. He has no business trying to be on the O-line. And what I saw from the man was a man with heart. And I saw a man that is willing to put it all on the line for Philadelphia. And I love people who come to the Eagles and they put it all on the line. And Jordan Mailata is one of those characters. And I mean, I'm so proud of that dude that I actually want his jersey. I don't even care that if he doesn't become a Hall of Famer and all that stuff and all that. It's just what I saw from Jordan Mailata was heart, man. And that's what we ask, is heart.
Yes. And speaking, like you said, Jordan Mailata is a great example of heart, because we all seen he was struggling in camp last year.
Yep.
And to step up like he did this past year and to perform like he did in such a crucial spot at left tackle, I mean, that's big time. That was impressive to me. And I think we have our starting left tackle for the future, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Him. And when people, I know there's been a lot of questions about, Andre Dillard and they're going to be competing at that position this summer. But I think that Jordan Mailata is going to beat him out, because just for the, he's got that confidence, he's got that game experience, and I think that's going to show out there on the field, and it's going to, not only impress us as fans, impress the coaches, but it's going to impress the teammates around him as well. So
the only way Andrew's going to take his job, I mean, Jordan's going to be like, you got to take this job from me. I don't think he just hands over the keys to the range and said, hey, you know what? they drafted you number one. You deserve it. No, I don't think Jordan Mailata is that type that's just going to hand something over. You got to earn it. And Andrew just earn it. Like you got to prove these fans wrong because I'm seeing a lot of weakness. I'm not seeing the heart. I heard I forgot who it was that you got into it. Was it Peters? And you're just kind of feeling that this organization is not for you. We're a little too tough or whatever. But if you can't take criticism well from the bodyguard, aka Jason Peters, then you probably don't have any business being in this O-line. Sorry to say that.
I mean, yeah, you have to be able to learn from greatness, and he was definitely greatness. Obviously his body hasn't been able to. When I'm talking about right now is Jason Peters. Obviously his body, has deteriorated as he's gotten older, but he's definitely got a gold jacket waiting for him, and definitely somebody that I hope, when Jeff Stoutland is thinking about hanging him up and retiring, Jason Peters could be somebody that I think could make a very, very good offensive line coach. In I don't know if he would necessarily be able to step right into the NFL like that, but I think he has some aspirations in coaching, and I think Jason Peters would be smart to explore those aspirations. BLSG, like we were just talking about, he said Jordan Mailata is a grown man and is better than Jason Peters. Jason Peters is a Hall of Fame player, so that's a big, big statement to make. To me, Jordan Mailata has got a. Yes, he did play very, very well last year, but he's got to be consistent in that, and he's got to develop and become even better in the future, because Jason Peters did it for a long time. We have to remember he wasn't drafted by the Eagles. He was on the Buffalo Bills before us, if I'm not mistaken, and he was a pretty good offensive lineman for them as well. A stout offensive tackle. So Jason Peters is a very, very well respected player, and yes, I agree. Howie did hold on to him for a couple years too long, but it is what it is at this point, and there's not really much we could do about that. But I don't know if I agree with Jordan Mailata is better than Jason Peters. What do you think, Birdman?
I mean, right now, yeah, I guess right now, but not. I mean, you can't. I mean, we're just talking about a season here or his whole entire career. I mean, you could say that right now, but he's already at, he's towards the end. But what I was going to ask you, so we're saying Jason Peters Hall of Fame now. Are we just going off stats alone? Because the only thing that I think might hinder him not being in the Hall of Fame is that he, in fact, was not in the Super Bowl. And I hate that fact that he actually was not able to be on that field.
Right.
That really sucks. It's like kind of Shady McCoy. He's in these Super Bowls and he's in the bench now. Am I really calling him a Super Bowl champion for staying on the bench? Like, I don't know. I mean, you would have to play a little bit in the Super Bowl for me to call you a Super Bowl champ, and not. I don't. It's kind of a weird thing, but I do want him to see. But I don't know if him not actually being in the bowl is going to mess that up. What do you think?
I see what you're saying, but I don't think so. I think he's had a pretty, before he had the injuries and things like that, he was very, very consistent. And I'm not quite sure how many Pro Bowls he has, but I know Jason Peters has been to multiple Pro Bowls. And I don't think not playing in the Super Bowl, not contributing on the field when we did win the ring, I don't think that's going to affect him as far as making it into the Hall of Fame. I mean, it could definitely affect a little bit some people's votes, things like that, possibly. But I don't think in the big scheme of things, I don't think it's going to hinder him, getting that gold jacket.
I'm going to do some homework on that because I want to see, as far as Jason Peters is, where he ranks his all-time offensive tackle. I want to see where he's at as far as like the NFL, where they see him. I really like to know, because like you're kind of, if you think about it, Do you think McNabb is a Hall of Famer? Do you think he should be a Hall of Famer?
Mm, that's to me. That's more questionable. Definitely. That's more to me. To me, Jason Peters is more of a clear cut. Is more of a clear. I would definitely like to know what you find out in
Yeah.
his stats. But I think Jason Peters is definitely more of a clear cut Hall of Famer as opposed to McNabb. And that
So
I mean that doesn't mean I don't love and appreciate everything
McNabb,
that Donovan McNabb did for this squad for
right?
many years. But I just don't know because there is a lot of McNabb haters out there, as opposed to uh, people tend to respect offensive linemen a little bit more. Like quarterbacks are definitely more either you either love them or hate them. Offensive linemen are definitely they seem to me more like just like overall respected in their game as far as quarterbacks and the, the just the I just know that there's a lot of McNabb haters out there.
Well, let me ask you this: you could
The BLSG, go ahead. I'm sorry.
one could get in. Eli Manning or McNabb, one of them can get in. I'm choosing McNabb. I don't think I don't see Eli Manning as a Hall of Famer, even though he got 2 rings. I just don't,
I
man.
would. You know what? We should. Me and you need to get. We need to find a couple of giant fan content creators and have a debate on that because I think that would be a very there would be a lot of people interested in that debate, and I think that would be a very hot topic.
Yeah, because if you think about it, when McNabb and Eli Manning were going at it, McNabb was way better than Eli Manning. Uh,
Right.
Eli Manning had the defense.
Right.
So
He got you have to admit, especially in that first Super Bowl with the helmet catch, the guy. I mean, Eli Manning got lucky. He got lucky too. So I mean,
and I mean, pretty much Stevie Wonder could have threw that ball.
right? That's what a lot of people say. He just closed his eyes and he just threw it up there. That's what a lot of people do say that. That's funny. But
Yeah.
going back to the Mulata thing, the Mulata Jason Peters talk, BLSG said he's talking about Jordan Mulata here. He said he didn't even play college ball. He played rugby. And what has he done for this team is incredible. And that's true, and like I said earlier, especially with how he struggled in camp last year. I mean, he was getting manhandled in camp last year. He was having some definite struggles, and to step up and to, like I said, to perform the way he did at left tackle, that was very impressive. I was highly encouraged by that, and I think he's our starting left tackle going forward. I really do. But BLSG also said Jason Peters was good until he had the injuries. Once he was injured and got older, it took the energy out of him, and that's definitely true. So Father Time catches up to everybody, and it's going to catch up to even Tom Brady. I think this is the year you're going to start seeing Father Time start to catch up to Tom Brady. And I know he has that Super Bowl team pretty much returning around him. They're bringing back pretty much everybody from last year's run. So he's going to have another very good team around him, and they're adding pieces too. But I think, like I said, Father Time catches up to everybody, and I think it's going to be Tom Brady's year.
And to talk about, since we're talking about Peters, I actually saw him in person at the Carson versus the Chargers, Eagles-Charger game, the year we won the Super Bowl. And let me tell you, that is a mammoth of a man. Like out of all the players that are big guys, dude, Jason Peters is a big man. And I mean, it took him a while just to get on the field.
Yeah.
It took him a while just to get back in the locker room because he moving all that mass, you could tell why he was doing what he was doing. And he was putting that work, just like our boy Jason Kelce said. Before he got hurt, he was the best offensive tackle in the game. And it was true, man. He was that was part of our success, leading us up to the championship.
It was. It very much was. And it, like you said, it's ooh, that worked. That's cool. You see that picture I put in the background?
Love it.
Yeah. Yes, sir. That's my screensaver on my computer. I'm like, let me see if I could add that real quick. But
Yes.
yeah, I agree with you. Peters was, a very, very, very good offensive lineman. Especially that, heading into that year, and and what he did contribute that Super Bowl year was never won't be forgotten. But
Right.
did you see that? I wanted to, and my bad. Let me. I think. Oh, he's gone. I apologize. I think Big Play Slay was waiting in the back, and
Oh,
come back, Big Play, if you're still here. We'll bring you on. I do apologize. I was trying to get to you, but the Julio Jones stuff. Have you been hearing
oh,
about that, Birdman? What do you think about that? Because like I know our hated Cowboys were mentioned in that whole thing.
yeah. I did a little quick video on Shannon Sharp's phone call. I don't know if that was supposed to be live like that, but it was funny. I mean, who? I don't know. Uh, like if I try to put in my head, like if Julio Jones for some reason got in contact with Jalen Hurts and Devontae and maybe BG, a lot of the big names, and he was willing to come here, I would be taken back from it. I know a lot of fans are just like, no, it's dumb. We can't do that. We don't have that money. But I don't know, man. These players are kind of like on to do something, and maybe they just see something with Jalen that would mean something, and that'd be crazy. And I'm not gonna say, oh, just because Julio's here, Super Bowl and all that, but I mean, just to have someone in the room like that would be awesome. Like DeAndre Hopkins, I don't know why he's not an Eagle, but how he dropped the soap in that one. But you know, I think Julio Jones is trying to go to a contender. First of all, Aaron Rodgers is holding the NFL hostage with his decision. What the hell's going on over there? But I would see him trying to go over there with Aaron Rodgers to try to win a chip. I
Ooh,
don't think he
that
can
would
go.
that would be dangerous if he went to the Packers with Aaron Rodgers, Julio Jones
Yeah,
on the opposite side of of Devonte Adams. Oh my goodness,
yeah,
that
and
would be dangerous.
yeah. Oh
And I
yeah,
don't care if people are saying, well, Julio's 32, he's slowing down. He can still ball.
yeah. I mean, let's not go too crazy with it. Green Bay should have been in the Super Bowl. They blew it. If Tom Brady throws 3 interceptions, I don't know how you don't win that game, but it is what it is. But he's going to look to get that chip. So you got to look at teams like maybe the Bills, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh could be one of them, and they already have Claypool. So can you imagine Jones and Claypool? Oh my God, that's a wrap. Or the Chiefs. I don't think the Raiders are quite there ready for a Super Bowl.
If he
Um,
goes to he could go to the Chargers, man. They got that young quarterback that could definitely use more weapons on the offensive side of the ball. So if he was to go to the AFC, I would definitely be happier with that. That's for sure.
right, yeah, because if he stays in the NFC, you know, hmm, maybe he could
Yeah.
go.
I mean, it's
He,
gonna be
he
so
could
that
go. He could go to the Saints. Eesh.
yeah, stay in the South, stay in the dirty South. I guess yeah, he could. But see that not only did he diss. He basically said he doesn't want to go to Dallas, but that also affects our game. Our week 1 opponent in Atlanta. That takes a huge weapon away from their offense, and then we could focus probably solely on Kyle Pitts. Basically, I think that's probably going to be their. If Julio does leave, that's going to be their top weapon. Don't you
If
think?
if Dallas can beat the Atlanta Falcons doing an onside kick, What makes you believe that we're not going to be able to beat them? Just take it down to an onside kick. They don't know what to do.
That's a good
But
strategy. I think that's a good strategy. We should do that.
the Monday opener, it's going to be a close nail biter. Or not Monday, Sunday opener, whatever.
Yeah.
It's gonna someone. I think it's just gonna be a 3-point win. It's gonna be a slow game. I don't think it's gonna be. If okay, I'll tell you this. This is what's gonna happen. If anything good comes out of this game, it's gonna be on the Eagles side. That means Devontae Smith and Sanders and Rager are hitting on all three cylinders, and we'll win that game 20. I'll say 26-17. But that means they're hitting. They are just connecting. Smith goes out for a few nice routes and takes it to the house, and that's how we're going to. The other side of it is if we don't have such a great game, we're a slow start, then it's just going to be kind of like a nail biter thing, and it's going to be a field goal game, and that kind of worries me because I lost all faith in Jake the Snake Elliott. I don't know where you're at with him. But I did lose. I've had. I don't know how your quarterback plays bad and then also your kicker, but everybody played bad. I don't know what was in the water in Philly. I don't know what kind of Subway or I don't know what kind of Philly cheesesteaks they were given. I don't even recognize who those players were. That was horrible.
Yeah, you know when your kicker can make field goals from 45, 50 yards consistently, and then he can't make one inside of 30, to save his life. That's a problem. There's something going on there, and yeah, we definitely have to. He's just another person that needs to be held to higher standards, and they need to bring in competition. If that's what it's going to take to light a fire under Jake's behind, then that's what needs to be done because he's got to step his game up and put his best foot forward, pun intended.
I shouldn't call him Jake the Snake. I should call him Jake the Worm. He's been missing. Jake the Worm. If you want to be called Jake the Snake, you gotta be Jake the Worm because Jake the Snake. He was an all-time favorite wrestler too. So you got to think about Jake the Worm was accountable for at least 2 to 3 games. The reason why we lost. And then a field goal kicker, it means a lot in this league that you decide a lot of these games, man.
No, you basically have one job. So we just need you to do that one job, Jake. Come on. During the Super Bowl run that year, I'm pretty sure that was his rookie year, if I'm not mistaken. I was calling him, no shake, Jake Elliott, because he was very, very clutch. He kicked that. What was it? That 60? Was it a 62-yarder, something like that, to beat the Giants?
Yep.
That started off an amazing year.
Yeah,
and it resonated out throughout that year. And I remember Wentz putting his game check on the line for that kick. He said, and he was mic'd up too. He said, if he makes this kick, I'm going to give him my game check. But I thought, you just see the camaraderie with that team, and it was a very special thing to watch. But I'm with you though. We gotta hold Jake accountable, and gotta have better consistent kicking.
Right. Yeah, because you do dictate the outcome of a lot of these games. We might just if Jalen Hurts gets you to the 30-yard line, and all we need is a field goal. You got to make that. That's game.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, we need to, and if it comes down to the end and we're only down by 1 or 2 points or 3 even, and we need you to win or tie the game, you have to be able to come through. You have to be consistent. You have to be clutch, and that you have to not let the pressure and the circumstances surrounding that certain kick get to you. You have to just focus and be precise. But some news also came out about one Jalen Reagor. Did you hear about that? It looks like they're moving him mainly to the slot, and I wanted to get your thoughts on that as well, because I personally think that is a very, very good move for him. I think that takes some of the pressure off of him. It takes some of the attention off of him. He's not going to be on the outside anymore, and I think he's going to be able to eat in the slot. What do you think, Birdman?
The thing is, everything you said is correct, but the thing is Jalen going to be all right with this decision and not take it the wrong way as like kind of like a diss or we don't trust you out there or whatever. This is all going to fall on him, but like I said, it could be the dynamic duo, these two, like sort of when we had Jackson and Macklin, great combo there. Actually, it was one more. I'm missing one more. But I want him to feed off Smith's energy and just do your job, dude. Don't, like, if that's the decision that's made, then do it to the best of your ability, and let's win these football games. Dude, you want a contract. You're trying to remember, just like me and you, we're trying to get our numbers better. We're trying to put out great content. We want to succeed with our subscribers. If you're succeeding, we're both succeeding. We have to feed off that. It's like we're like a team. Let's make each other better. Let's grow. Let's celebrate together. And that's what you have to be. There's no I in team.
Right.
Just you got to think about your family, and if this turns out to be something good and you end up getting like your own radio show and whatever comes with it, awesome, man. Big accomplishment. And that's what you're here to do. You didn't know in the beginning that would happen, but hey, you have to take it. You kind of asked for it. You asked for something and now you're getting it. This is a result of what you're doing. So the same thing on the field. You asked for this. You wanted to be in the NFL. You wanted to get drafted. You did the work in college and in high school. So today's the day. This year is this year. Stop. Don't let the naysayers or anybody, you go on Twitter and someone say, hey, man, you're garbage. And you're like really taking that to heart, man. Like, it's just, that's a keyboard warrior right there, a keyboard gangster, whatever you want to call him.
Right.
You are in the NFL. You can walk into any place and people are going to know your name, and everybody's going to want your autograph. And so don't let the naysayers get to you. Do what you do. I believe when you're a football player, it has to be something you love. Now, I know there are guys that are just talented and maybe they don't love football as much as we think, but when you're talented at something, give it to us. Like, this is what we're here to see. We're here to see your talent. We're not here to see if you're emotionally stable or how you take criticism. Like, I know it's part of it because we ask you questions. The press is going to eat you alive and say, like, well, you dropped 5 balls today, and what are you going to do now? Everybody says you suck. It's like, that's not the greatest feeling in the locker room. But the thing is, like, it's kind of like that Rocky. Rocky said, don't matter how hard you get hit, it's how you get back up. It's the
right.
same kind of mindset. And it's just there, man. It's just there. They could do it.
I love that quote. That's from Rocky Balboa. That's an iconic quote. It's not how hard you can hit. That's how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Yeah, exactly. And that's that mindset of
that actually should be in the locker room. When you're in the locker room, that should be right there. And actually, I actually need to plaque that somewhere because it's just a true statement. And before I forget, there's this YouTuber. His name is Cowboy. It's like -Cbot. I'm gonna send it to you, but he's don't let the name fool you. He's actually a cowboy guy, a real cowboy, not a Dallas fan. But he's an Eagles fan, which is awesome. And he does giveaways. And he's in honor of Rocky, he's doing a giveaway, and he has the Rambo knife. So you click on his link. Yeah, it's dude, that knife I think it's a 15-inch blade, man. Yeah, so all he's asking you is just to comment on the Rocky video in honor of Rocky. He's a huge Philadelphia fan, and you're entered to win. But there's a lot of people. But hey, man, shoot your shot. I mean, I'm trying, but that he does give cool giveaways, and you can win that.
Well, yeah, definitely send me that link.
Yeah, dude,
I'll
it's
definitely-
it's Rocky. I mean, I don't know if you're a big Rambo fan. I like Rambo, and especially you're out there in that bear trying to get after you. If you have that Rambo knife, you would save the day right there. So
Right? Yeah, that bear will probably run the other way. Use that blade.
yeah, so Cowboy Bebop, guys, go check him out. He's doing a giveaway. If you're under 18, he just says you got to have your parents' permission to. So because you're getting a 15-inch blade, but man, that thing and that Rambo knife is so iconic, man. It's like, I mean, that's something you can pass down to your kids. They're like, Dad, what is this big old knife? What were you killing, alligators? Yeah, you're damn right. I was killing some alligators.
Yeah, Komodo dragons. I mean, what were you killing? Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's really cool, and yeah, I'm more of a Rocky guy, but yeah, I do enjoy Rambo as well.
Yeah.
I'm a Sylvester Stallone fan, so I mean anything outside of uh, that crappy country. What is it? What was the Ryan? What is it? Ryan? Oh, Rhinestone, the one he did with Dolly Parton in the '80s. Outside of that, thank you, babe. Appreciate that. Shout out to Mrs. Foothills for reminding me of the name. Oh, yeah, Rhinestone. God, any movie outside of Rhinestone of Sylvester Stallone's, I'm probably good.
So speaking of Rocky, he does ask you who is the biggest villain to you. Like who did you like, and who was the biggest villain to you in Rocky?
Oh yeah, I'm sure he gets a lot of Ivan Dragos with that one. Okay,
No, I went with Clubber though, man. When Clubber,
yeah,
the disrespect to his wife, man. I was like, oh man, dude. Yeah. But Drago, hey woman, how do you say? Hey woman, you want to sleep with
come over to my apartment tonight? I'll show you what a real man could do.
Disrespect, man. Clubber,
yeah.
Mr.
He knew what he was doing. You come after somebody's manager and trainer who's like a father to him, and then you come after his wife. Yeah, he knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Gonna make real good love.
Show you what a real man could do.
And in the chains, man. Mr. T's chain game, man. That I mean, I don't know how much he said it was. A couple pounds, 20, 30 pounds of chains on around his neck.
He's got a small Fort Knox around his neck of chains.
Mr. T. I mean, that was a great villain right there, Mr. T, man.
Yeah, that's a good call, man. Obviously not. Nobody's going to say Apollo because they eventually became friends, and obviously, Paul trained him in Rocky 3. So yeah, it's basically it's Ivan Drago or it's Clubber, but yeah, I mean, Clubber was such a good Mr. T was such a good choice for that character.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. And because if there was no Rocky, there would be no Rambo and all that. So Rocky, and that's another cool thing about Philadelphia, like the story of Sylvester Stallone, man, like it's so iconic that all came together, and Sylvester Stallone, I see him with I think he has that one iconic picture. He's got his 22 jersey and all that stuff, and that's just awesome, man.
And a lot of people are like, but it's just it's just a movie character. But to me, it's more than that. With that movie, with the way, he wrote it himself. He created that idea. He created the character, and he was living in. At one point, he said he was living in an apartment so small he could open the window and shut the door at the same time.
I mean, and it lets you into
nothing.
It lets you inside the world of that blue collar mentality. People like, what does that mean, blue collar? Like, because that's a blue collar town and all that. It lets you know. I mean, just watch the movie of times growing up in those days of what it was. And, it just you see the homes with the brick and he's doing running around and stuff like
Right.
that. We're over here in California. We're not used to seeing that. When I went truck driving all around the United States, I wasn't used to seeing all that stuff.
Right.
The old electric wires hanging down across, and probably where you're at, they still got some of the old wires hanging around because you guys are out more in the land area. And
Yeah.
kids out here today, they don't really know all that. They don't see the wires and all that stuff. And the old
Everything's wireless now. They don't like wires. These kids these days they don't seem to like wires very much.
right? Bluetooth this and Bluetooth that.
Yep. If it's wired, they don't want it. But yeah, I mean, as far as the draft and the things like that, outside of Jalen, outside of the number one pick in Devontae Smith, who is your favorite pick?
I guess it would have to be Gainwell because of the potential it could lead up to. I can't really go Dickerson because of the injury, as far as everybody knows. But I guess it would be Gainwell, and hoping that we'll just go look at his tape. The excitement is there. I mean, if we can get that, and that's going to be really awesome. Instead of us looking for another running back, that's gonna if we hit on that, it's gonna be amazing. And probably the Boston Scott era might be coming to an end. The Howard thing might be coming to an end. It's all on this coaching staff. I don't know if they're going to go with a new muscle or if they're going to be kind of scared to do it. It all depends on it. So,
it's funny that you mentioned Boston Scott because that's just a name that I don't know. That's going to be a hard one to let go of to me because of the fact that he is just when it comes to playing the New York Giants, who we play twice a year, every year, he kills them every year. And to give away somebody who excels at playing against a division rival, I mean, I know every year is a new year, but he's just going to be another one to me that's going to be hard to swallow.
But if Gainwell is that guy,
watch him go to a division rival like or the football team.
Oh man, can you imagine he goes to the Giants?
Boston Scott and the Giants, and he'll become an Eagle killer.
Yeah.
That would hurt.
I don't know where we're gonna cut the losses there. It's gonna be tough though. I don't know if you bring in the new muscle or you keep some of the veteran spirit. It's everything's gonna be. That's another excitement thing, man. Who's gonna make the squad when the 52-man roster comes out? Who's gonna be here? And actually, I need to write everybody's name down on who's there right now, and then I'm gonna have to start checking off marks. Like, check your guy, check your guy.
Because it's gonna be because we're playing 17 games this year. It's gonna be more than the normal 53. So it's gonna be. I don't know yet. I don't think they've announced it. It's probably gonna be. Yeah, they have to extend the roster a little bit because of that extra game. So it's probably gonna be like 55 or 60, right around there.
Oh, you think so? What's the rumor on that? Is it around that number, 60, 55, 60?
Yeah, I've heard probably more closer to 55 than 60, but yeah, it's going to be somewhere right around in there.
Well, if that's the case, then Boston probably going to stay. I mean, I don't mind that.
It's a possibility. I mean, I would prefer him over someone like Adrian Killings. I mean, Adrian Killings, yeah, he's fast, but he's probably going to be limited to special teams. Whereas Boston Scott, you can sprinkle in the offense a little bit. I don't know. It's Adrian Killings. That's a name that's going to be a one to watch this summer and to see if he can develop and show something to this coaching staff.
Right.
But there's going to be so much competition all over this squad. I mean, it's it's going to be very, very good for just the overall development of everything, just the coaching staff, the team as a whole, just to have the new building that new continuity is going to be very, very key.
Right.
Yeah. So
it's gonna be exciting, man. I mean, it's amazing how much stories come out, and now we got some practice squad videos. So that's awesome. I haven't really, I seen here and there little clips, but I'm gonna watch a little bit more. But it's exciting to see the guys out there. I was already hearing like Joe Flacco with his whole footwork looks pretty old. So
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to hate on Joe Flacco. It is what it is. But we're here to see Jalen Hurts.
exactly. I was just about to say that. Let's hope Flacco is doing nothing this year but holding a clipboard and clapping for the team, because that's all we really need him to do, hopefully. And that's the way it stays.
I think the magic number for Hurts is 8 games.
Oh, if he wins 8 games, then that's good enough to turn the keys over to him.
Yeah, eight games. 8 games plus. Ooh, that's gonna solidify 8. If he wins more than 8 games, man, I'm gonna be pumped for the draft, because I don't know who it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, I mean, you double the win total from last year right there at 8. So yeah, that would be. I mean, as long as he doesn't have an excessive amount of interceptions or fumbles, then I'm probably good with that. I'm probably good with 8.
I think Jalen's gonna be in the ballpark of 24 to 25 touchdowns with maybe 8 or 9 interceptions.
Got you.
I'm not gonna. I mean, we're playing some top tier teams, man. I'm not gonna go crazy. Whoa,
Lindy Enzo's in the house.
Wow,
Lindy.
Try to choke down a slice of pizza there for a minute. What up, fellas?
I'm like he's mid chew. Let me go ahead and add him to the screen. Right
Good timing,
man.
Man, congratulations, Lindy, on the congratulations in officially now over 100 subscribers to you. Very congratulations, big time, my man.
dude. I'll tell you what, it's a very surreal feeling to hit that kind of a milestone, because it just opens up a different level of motivation to want to strive for those larger numbers. It's it was a unforgettable experience, man. That stream, the stream was awesome for everybody that came through, and Birdman, I want to thank you personally for that, for that donation, for the giveaway, for my stream in general, and everybody kicked ass, and I couldn't be any happier.
Yeah,
I heard it turned into a Brady Bunch on there.
Yeah, I did. I had up to I almost had a full lobby. It was almost at 10, but it was around 9. I had it up to 9.
You could have called it the Lindy Bunch, I guess.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. There was a bunch of different nicknames and people trying to start new hashtags and everything. I was trying to figure out what would eventually catch, but I don't think any of them did. I think Let's Go Birds said Lindy Legend, and that was a pretty unique one right there. I liked it. It reminds me of Larry Bird, so that was pretty sweet.
I gotcha. So BLSG said if Jalen. So we were talking about how many wins does Jalen, in your opinion, does Hurts have to win to basically become the franchise quarterback in your opinion? So BLSG said if Jalen Hurts wins 8 or more games this season, I will buy a Jalen Hurts jersey. So what do you think, Lindy? How many, in your opinion, how many games does Jalen Hurts have to win this next year for you to be comfortable with the franchise turning the keys, giving him the keys to the ride?
Well, if we're being fair on the situation, and yeah, don't mind me if I'm not looking at my camera, but if we're being fair in terms of the situation of the quarterback position, and we date this back to 2016 with the with the first rookie year and that first start that number 2 got from the Colts, and that kind of transition period of feeling out the NFL and going through and figuring out all the different nuances in that atmosphere, to this higher level of the NFL from the collegiate. I would have to say, and I would have to say that it still makes sense in my mind that it could follow the over-under I set for the football team as a whole, which is 8 games. That's kind of the middle ground for me as the amount of wins that I feel that they're capable of. And of course, that could fluctuate either way, and it's very premature at this point. But I don't know if there's exactly a set number of games that I want to place on this. But at the same time, if the year ends up being almost as disastrous as 2020, then you can very well put some question marks there. However, the biggest thing, and I talked about this last night with Philly Notion and Desert Eagle, they had a call-in going on, and I talked about this. So the most important thing to me, in my opinion, is I want Jalen Hurts to get as equal of a chance as number 2 for the Colts did in that transition period from year 1 to year 2, because realistically, Jalen Hurts did not have the year 1 that number 2 was given. Well, aside from the fact that he was the second pick in his draft class, as a quarterback, to where Hurts was only a second rounder. But when you think about it, it wasn't the greatest situation whatsoever that Hurts that was forced to inherit because of the benching and said quarterback playing as poorly as he was. So if it's me, I'm not putting Hurts under a microscope here, and I want to focus more on how well he develops with this organization, continuing to build a team around him and carry that from this year to next year.
Got you. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be. I think I think Hurts has more weapons around him than Wentz did, especially younger weapons, i.e. Devontae Smith, Jalen Reagor, guys like that. Goddard. Birdman. What, as far as D-God goes, do you think he's a top 5 tight end?
Man, that's a tough one. The thing is like, it's a hard scale to go off because we've been having Hurts just right there. I can't really judge that. I really want them to move on already with ready, because we're kind of going in that rabbit hole of the Carson Wentz thing, where we have some kind of bad cloud where they are not wanting to be here, and it's kind of lingering in the air. I want Dallas to come in. I shouldn't say Dallas. Goddard to come in and just be clear-minded and be focused at the goal. But yeah, he can be a top 5, but we have to no injuries and just do that work. We've seen him do explosive plays, and I want him to continue to do the same things. If you got a chance to get 3 yards, do it. Don't just buckle and fall down. If you can just lay your body out, get that extra yard or 2, throw your hand. Don't do the crocodile arm thing. He's a big dude, so he can handle this. So there's no reason for him to just fall on the ground because someone's gonna crack him or whatever. He's a big enough guy to take the hits and all that. So yeah, he could be definitely top 5. But we have to get rid of the elephant in the room, which is Zach Ertz at this time. Unfortunately, I don't know why they're taking so long to nip this in the bud already. I don't know if they're just waiting last minute. Someone's like, oh, hey, here's the last minute draft pick. Here you go. We'll take Zach Ertz. And the other thing is that what's wrong with top tier teams not wanting Zach Ertz on their team? Do they think he's that terrible of a tight end? Like, did he just fall off the face of the earth and he's not no good anymore? How come teams are not going after him? I don't get that.
Lindy, what do you think about that?
As far as the lack of interest in Zach Ertz,
Yeah.
It's realistically a sticky situation right now with with the turmoil that he's facing with the general manager, and the consensus is that this stems from Zach feeling that he deserved an extension earlier than when the conversations first initiated, and that kind of thing would carry to another organization, but I guess from a personal level in terms of what Zach wants from a contract, but at the same time, I feel that Philly might be I think they're in a position where they might know something that we don't in terms of the value for Zach in general. It seems that they're not going to get what they want. Their asking price may be too high. And, obviously that has something to do with his contract that, he still costs about $9 million. And, obviously at this point, another team's going to want to put that on the books, considering what they've seen last year and them not exactly knowing that kind of tight end that they're going to get in Zach Ertz. But, that's not to say that age is going to hold him back, because we see Travis Kelce at 31 years old, still a Pro Bowler for the Kansas City Chiefs. But it's just from Zach, coming from a dysfunctional situation that it was, when the Doug Peterson era was still here in Philly, and it looks like that. I guess healthy ties are not going to be resurrected. So,
yeah, I mean, I think there's a couple things that have detoured teams from being interested in Zach Ertz. One being the money. He has that, like you said, he's got that money on the contract for this year. And two, money-wise, he's looking for a contract extension, and he wants pretty much, he was looking for top dollar. I know he's not going to be able to get that now, especially after the year he had last year with the injuries and things like that. But the other thing is, too, a lot of these football teams going forward at the tight end position, they're looking for that Kyle Pitts. They're looking for that hybrid type. They're looking for that guy that they can not only can play tight end, but they can move around in different spots in the field. They can line him up outside. They can even put him in the backfield like the Chiefs do with Kelce. So, and Ertz doesn't really fit that mold, and he never really has. He's a pure tight end. He's got great hands. He's not the fastest guy, and he's not going to break a lot of tackles, but those are the reasons why I think teams haven't been interested in Ertz. And if the Eagles do, if we do cut him post June 1, then I'm sure somebody's going to come calling for his services, because he can still be productive in this league. I definitely think so. But Lindy, do you think D God is a top 5 tight end right now in the NFL?
Ooh, that's a tough one to me, because I don't know if we can bank on a fact of saying Goddard as a tight end being consistent, especially when he has had to deal with injuries in his own right, and while Ertz has still been on the football team while both of them were on the field, Goddard was the number 2 in the majority of the situations. So he's not going to see at all times the kind of coverage that Zach was. And as we know, there was occasions where Zach was even being double teamed, and in situations like that. And and there was cases where Zach still found a way to get open. And that's one thing to me that I worry about is if Dallas Goedert's able to do the same thing. He already has arguably as much, if not better, athleticism than Zach. His hands are, as far as catching the ball, they're either as good or a tick below, because Zach really didn't drop anything.
Right.
His route running could use a little bit of work. I don't think it's, Zach was, I don't want to say Zach Ertz was an elite route runner as a tight end, but he was pretty dang fluid. So it seems to me like in some of those categories, like Dallas Goedert is just a tick under Ertz in that regard. So he's pretty close. And, we have to remember Dallas is only 26 years old. He has quite a few years left to even improve at that position, where Zach is, coming on the back half of his career, 30 going on 31 next year. And I think he just turned 30. So that's how it's going to be when he's going in terms of like your football age. So, man, it's awfully close to want to put Dallas Goedert as a top 5 tight end, because there's not too many that we can put in that category. I mean, guys that I can think off the top of my head, the top 2 have been Travis Kelce and George Kittle. Do you want to throw Darren Waller in that mix? Do you want to throw Noah Fant in that mix? There's other tight ends that I'm forgetting about right now, but it seems like a good spot for Goddard would probably be that range of maybe that top 6 to 8, but he could very well be in the top 5, like at number 5. It's just that I have to remember some of the other tight ends to put up there, as far as the best guys. But I don't mean to cut my time short, I guess, but I do appreciate you opening the lines to allow me to come in here and hang out with you guys. I got a stream to get ready for in about 30 minutes. This is quite a big one for me, as Gate City Sports is going to be blessing my channel with his presence, and I'm very excited for this one. So that's going to happen in about 30 minutes. So I'm going to head back over. I have a Dallas Mavericks video to finish uploading. That was quite long, and but I'm very excited to drop it, because we took care of business against them Clippers. So I'm gonna head out of here. But Foothills, it's always a blast talking to you, man. And it was I appreciate the time that I'm able to hang out with you guys. And Birdman, you already know how it is, dude. I appreciate everything. And you guys are hell of a duo of content creators. So thanks again, and y'all kill the rest of the stream.
All right,
thanks, Lenny. We appreciate you coming on, man.
Have a good show.
Absolutely. Take care, fellas.
You too, bud. All right.
We're gonna have to wrap this up pretty soon. I gotta hit the road to work right now. So
got you, my man.
If you have any more questions.
Yeah. So I did have a couple.
Okay.
But so what would you, and there's just a couple friendly ones to keep it lively, and we'll end the live stream in a couple minutes here, because like you said, I know you got to get going. But yeah. So what's your favorite? What would you say your favorite food is to eat?
Favorite food is just I would go a porterhouse steak. It has to be. I don't really get to have a porterhouse steak made too many times. Some people don't. It's just got to be a certain way, and with the mushroom and onions, like once you cut that steak and everything just lines up just perfect, and you take the first bite where you don't even need like the steak sauce, that'd probably be,
okay.
If that was like a last meal with the nice lobster tail or something like that, and some bomb mashed potatoes, man.
I got you. Okay. So if you had to give up, say you had a perfect plate of that sitting in front of you, if you had to give up that, having that for the rest of your life, or not go to an Eagles game live ever again for the rest of your life, which one would you give up?
Oh, dude. Hey, come on. That's not fair. I ask these kind of questions. Oh, dude, man. Well, I'm going to have to become some fan of something else, man, because I can't miss no Eagle games, man.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the answer I want to hear.
maybe that'll help me out, man. Cut some poundage or something like that, man.
I got you, man. Yeah,
Uh,
that's
tough.
awesome.
That's
I know.
tough.
I thought I'd leave that one for the end because that one was tough. But yeah, I definitely very much appreciate you coming on with me today. I know you got to get going. You got to get to work. So I respect that. You got to make that living for the fam.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, you guys, if you guys haven't done so already, please go check out my man Birdman_951. Go sub him up. Go watch his content. Give him a thumbs up, and you will not be disappointed. I very much guarantee that. So yes.
Yeah, and then I'm working on something, man, because I'm trying to make your wall of fame back there. So I'm a part of the show because sometimes I see the mugs. I'm like, hey, look, there's our mug. So that's pretty cool. But I'm gonna get something really cool for that, man.
Yep, yeah. I got it right here.
Yeah, so sometimes I see on your show, so I'm like, heck yeah, I feel like I'm part of the show.
Absolutely, yes, you are. You always will be too.
I'm gonna get something cool, man. Just like so, that's one cool thing is like I like seeing all their little collections and stuff like that. And
yeah,
I did see that you had a Reggie White Funko Pop right there. I was like, man, how'd you get that already?
Yeah.
I barely can. I don't even own one yet because I gave my first one away, so I'm waiting for some more to come out. They should do more Eagle Funko Pops, man.
They really should. I'm surprised they didn't make a. I'm surprised they didn't make a Nick Foles one when we won the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, that'd be like that. And
the three I've seen are Carson Wentz, LaShawn McCoy, and Reggie White.
I'm gonna look for that one. Yeah. But you know what? I'm surprised how they don't have a swoop. How could they not have swoop?
I know, right? They got they got to do.
Awesome. I'm gonna order that one. I gotta have that one. But yeah, there should be a swoop. And speaking of Funko Pop, I actually didn't know I was gonna get into it, but they're actually pretty cool. So
they are
pretty soon here. I'm gonna be visiting the Funko Pop Hollywood, and you can build your own Funko Pop. You got to get there really early. I think it's like $25, which you could have your own Funko Pop, and that'd be something cool for you to do. Once you get down here to Hollywood, go visit that Funko Pop store with your fam or whatever, and you can have your own Funko Pop, back there, a little Philly Foothills thing. It's really awesome, dude.
For sure. Yeah, that sounds amazing. I would love to do that.
They got a bunch of nice Funko Pop. Like they got the Back to the Future, they got the Transformers, they got all this they got a Michael Myers, Chucky. I think my son has a Chucky Funko Pop, but I'm cool. I'm like a nerd when it comes to all the little stuff like that. I like the best. I've been
getting into it a lot too lately. Like the last couple of years, I've been collecting Funkos, and yeah, it's fun.
The best part of it, what I get enjoyment is like I love my children being involved with it. Like that's like men and getting and now they're learning how to collect. Yep. And it's just awesome, man.
It is. It really is.
Thank you for having me on the show. This is not the last show we'll ever do. We're going to be doing plenty more because there's so much Eagles. This is like an Eagles soap opera, man. What's going to happen next week? Stay tuned as the world turns. All those classic shows, because we get hit with the left and the right. Monday morning we get the Julio Jones and Shannon Sharp thing. So who knows what next week's going to be? Yeah. It's just fun, man, and it's getting us ready for the season. It's just awesome, man. So thank you for having me on the show, and it was awesome. And fly Eagles fly, man.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I appreciate you coming on. I'm gonna if you gotta go, I understand. I'm gonna stay on for a few more minutes and answer maybe some of these questions. But
all right, man, handle.
But yeah, definitely appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you so much. Like you said, it's not gonna be the last time, and we'll do this again soon. Maybe next time we'll go back and forth. We'll do my channel, your channel.
Awesome. I love it.
We'll just do it back and forth like that. So that sounds good to me. Let me know. I'm always down to talk Eagles. So yeah, let's get it.
Let's get Philly Foothills to 1,000, man. You know what? You should get do they still make that candy bar, the 1,000 grand? We're gonna get gonna send you that 1,000 grand candy bar, man.
There you
Celebrate.
go. Yeah.
All right,
That's
guys, let's go. Fly Eagles fly. Check out your boy Philly Hills, and I'm out. The Birdman's out of the building.
Fly Eagles fly. Thanks, Birdman.
All right, peace.
All right. So much. That was awesome. I appreciate everybody. A big shout out to Birdman_951 for being on the show with me, and for Lindy in Zone for coming on. Wanted to answer a few of these questions. Thomas Jones, that's a new name to the channel. I'm not sure if you found me on Facebook or on YouTube, because I think I am live on both social media platforms right now. But he said, "Will Jamie Newman be a practice? Will Jamie Newman be on practice squad? If so, will there be a chance another team can claim him?" And you know what? To be totally honest with you, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure how the practice squad, how all that works with claiming somebody off the practice squad, especially with, I'm not too sure about undrafted free agents like quarterback Jamie Newman, who you're asking about. So I'll have to hit me up on Twitter, Thomas Jones at Philly Foothills, and I will definitely get the answer to that question for you. But appreciate you checking in with the channel, and the support is very much appreciated. He said, love you guys. Stream, #Fly Eagles Fly. Thank you so much, Thomas. Appreciate that. Eagles_Slayer95 said, yo, what's going on, man? He said, damn, I just got here. Well, I'm going to hang on for a few more minutes. Primetime with Stephen Joyce said, what up, fellas? Just started a channel. Need some tips. Be yourself. Be creative. Find other people like myself to collaborate with. Hit me up. Hit Birdman_951. We're both on Twitter. You just find different Eagles content creators. Find a way to contact them. Do collabs. Put lots of content out there. Like I said, be yourself. Try to be entertaining. Try to find something that makes you special and stand out from everybody else. So Primetime, that's my advice for you there. And yeah, it's like we got 4 people in the live stream right now. So Primetime with Stephen Joyce said, I collect Transformers. That's cool. Thomas Jones said, I saw you on other Eagles content. I subbed right away. We all bleed green. Salute. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, Thomas, for joining the channel, for becoming part of the Nest Out West, and becoming a Philbilly, and guarantee you will not be disappointed. And I very much appreciate it. And yes, like you said, we fly together, we die together, Eagles fans for life. 100%. 100%. Agreed. But let's see here. I've been live. We've been live for over an hour and a half now, almost an hour and 40 minutes. So I definitely appreciate all you guys for checking into the live stream. I think I'm going to get going here in a minute. Unless somebody wants to come in and join and have some questions for me or anything like that, be more than welcome to chop it up with you. But looks like there's a couple people left in the live stream right now. So yeah, I think I'm going to get going. But as always, fly Eagles fly. And until next time, stay mean, stay green. And thanks for viewing me on your screen. Peace. And a big shout out to Birdman_951 for joining my show today, for bringing that great Eagles fire like you always do from Southern California, from the high desert like you do. And very much appreciated, brother. Love and appreciate you. Thank you very much. And deuces.